problems. Yeah, my shortest stream. Let me delete that VOD before I forget, because it's like 2 seconds long. Hold on. Video producer. Yeah, it was 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Alright. Let's go, gamers. Also, my things got moved around. Hold on. It is good music. I love the music for this game. Alright, let's go. I don't remember anything that happened. All I remember is that it was Junko's body. Whee! No, my kilobits. Alright, they're back. We're fine. Hey, gamers.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Nope. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet? Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here too. And just like she said, everybody's here. Oh my gosh, Bukaki. Oh yeah, right, everybody has a secret. I forgot. Why are they angry at me? Huh. Wasn't any normal silence, it was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first-class trial. Oh hey, how's it going?
So I appear. I'm on
Strong, silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Yes! Yasha Hero thinks Kyoko's a ghost again? You're right. Oh yeah, that's fine, Menace. Have a good lurk. Now listen, everything will be fine if you just leave it to me. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Oh, hey Toko. No human language can describe the disappointment of my day is ruined and my disappointment's immeasurable and my day is ruined. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Well then, let's begin. Final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know?
unbelievable.
God, Mondo hot dog. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below. Don't run away! Alright, bye. Whatever, this will be over in no time. Okay, bye. What do you want from me? Stop looking at me like that!
Hey.
They're all acting odd, like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However.
But you can tell us all about it soon at the class trial.
So...
You're right. I'm ready. Ready to win, right? Of course! I'm glad to hear you say that. Okay, I guess I'll get on. Whee! Yeah. Hot dogs don't slather as well as butter. You're right. Whee! Yeah, it's going deep. I got it. Yeah, we're right here. Oh, cool. It's dingier. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage of the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! Yeah. I don't think I got any more skills. Nope. Alright, we're good. Congratulations, you found it.
Since
yes!
this will be the final class
the final
trial,
sex dungeon.
I've come up
Pog.
with a special rule.
What?
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting,
Yeah, he had the stepping
super
stool.
heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
It's
Is the mastermind only one
the
person?
horse, the iron horse or whatever
Don't
that they would
bother.
use as
I
torture
already
for
know
in like
the
medieval
answer.
times.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you?
Ghost
You're
Kyoko.
all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
What the fuck are you on about? Oh boy.
You guys have all been.
Hold on, what are my things? I got the Headmaster's Eve handbook. Okay. I got the group photo
working together,
and
haven't
places to check.
you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
That doesn't mean anything. Monokuma
stole my
fucking
line.
dies.
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
I can't
Evidence
shoot
that
any of
proves
these.
Everyone other than me has been working together.
I feel like it's gonna be group photo.
Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense.
Oh, are we all
The three
excluded?
of us each have that kind of evidence.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Hey, it's us.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my
Oh, she
picture,
vibrating.
see? I'm the only one not in it.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at us running. Sakura's coming in fast. I figured as
Hero,
much, which
you have a
means
picture
hero.
too, right?
Oh, wait. This
Let's
is
see
voiced.
it.
Okay, but be careful with it.
So,
Pretty
wait, I didn't
important
see
evidence.
Celeste. I should have paused. Celeste's just standing there in all of these pictures.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
She just stands there.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning
Celeste's just
and
vibing.
fighting
She
with
is
each other.
vibing. Vibing?
The
Vibing.
mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Oh. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. Yeah, it's whoever got the photo. Yeah,
In each
Monokuma
case,
isn't in it.
The only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Celeste is a statue. That's why she's
So,
crafted
in the
perfectly.
picture
That's
I
why
got,
she's so
I'm the
cute.
only one missing.
Oh,
In the picture
there she
Hina
is,
got,
just standing in
she's
the
only one
background.
missing.
There she is.
And in
She
the picture
literally just
Hiro
stands
got,
there in all the
he's only
pictures.
one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
She's just standing there.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which
Yeah, it
that
was
person
Genocide
wasn't
Jack.
included.
She's just standing
We
in the
saw a
background.
picture.
She's
Just
just
assumed
standing there,
everyone else was the enemy?
menacingly.
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
You know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma's trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's picture. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen.
The
can I
girl
see
is in
everyone's
it.
Group photo one more time?
Makorio.
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Yeah, you're right, Akira.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Oh my gosh, that's a huge fish! Yeah, I know, she's in all the pictures. There's something strange about all of them, something I can't quite pin down. Oh, I don't get
Can you
to...
just forget about the photo already?
That's just a truth bullet now?
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
It's a Hangman's Gambit, the
And
answer's
on top of
Celeste.
that, they went to all
You're
that
right.
trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
It's called Swimsuit Model Kyoko. I can't allow you to have
There's
such a
no
photo of
way.
my wife.
Yeah. I
Please
don't
give
remember
this
ever
to me
taking a
for
picture like that.
research reasons.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There must be some other reason. Yeah, because our memories got wiped. Alright, what's the words? Amnesia. Oh, I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell amnesia. I'm gonna be honest. Ah! I got it. First try. Hell yeah, I am a English professor. Let's go.
Let's say that somehow
Horrifying
we'd all
reasons.
lost our memories.
Celeste.
That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
You're one to talk.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural they wouldn't believe it. And no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. You can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. You're a fortune teller, yeah, exactly. But he sure can play DDR, you're right. Holy shit, that's a lot.
You're
It's the
saying we all
interview,
got
I think.
Spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi
Bam.
fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
Bam!
Ever since I got to this school,
Eh.
I remember everything
Oh
that's
yeah,
happened.
you remember this?
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Hell yeah, snuff film time.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
All
mean
of us.
All of us, including you.
Did I stutter?
I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
There you
The
are.
headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
It's Kyoko Makoto's sex scene. Pause. Pog. Let's
What
go.
are you
Let's
saying?
go.
I didn't
I
imagine
wanted to
you
show
would
you guys
remember.
this. It has nothing to do with the case, but I just think it's
not
pretty
about
hot.
whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Then Kyoko's a ghost.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
Yes!
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me.
He asked us his Kyoko
I heard
goes.
myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live
I
here
don't know.
forever?
It seems like a pretty nice place to live, if you ask me. I mean, all your needs are provided for.
Insane or not, we can't
There's a
move forward
hot
until you
girl
accept
living
it.
next door. What more
Am I
could you
right?
want?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I
What?
know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only
Oh,
have
you're
one
right.
path
The
in front of
magazines
us.
don't get updated. I changed my mind. This is a shit place to live. I never want to live here.
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
You're a
How could
dumbass,
someone just
Hina.
steal our memories?
We do love you. You do have very good birthing
Come,
hips.
come,
That's
that
why you
hardly
had all of our
matters right
children.
now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A
The
reason for
tragedy
taking away our
trademark.
memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You
motive.
mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro
I don't want it. It's gonna be
Ikusaba.
complicated.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
Yeah, I looked exactly like the father and nothing like the mother. I don't even remember what the original motive was. Oh boy, cool. The one who killed Muck Oreo, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. It was Muck Oreo herself. Monokuma control room, Muck Oreo's profile.
So who did it?
Headmaster's
Who
e-handbook.
killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Okay.
That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Yeah.
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
Yeah.
What makes you so sure?
It was me. I killed Muck
What does
Oreo.
make me so sure?
You're right.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no
It
way
was-
the
no, it's me.
mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably
No.
a million miles away.
They have to be here.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Yes. Mastermind is a
In
whole
the
ass
back of the
bitch.
data
You're right.
center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto
He has to
told
control a
us Monokuma
perverted
said
robot.
to him
How could
earlier.
he not be a bitch? No, I believe that he is a pervert, and Monokuma just takes on that personality. I'm sure I told you this already, but Eddie, yeah, only us. We're the only ones that are in here. I know.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto. What? Why me?
Why me?
Because it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it! The
No,
only way he
wait.
could've survived
Stop.
is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Oh, now you know what the original
Aw,
is?
nuts! You got me!
What do you mean?
What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become
It's
clear
literally
soon enough.
Muck Oreo's
Just as soon
group,
as we
probably.
find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point.
Nah, Mukuro isn't dead.
Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already
The
spent
videos
talking
of the
about
loved
murder?
ones? Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's right. What
I don't
more is there to
even remember
talk
that. My
about?
whole family was gone, and
If you want something to
the
talk
room
about,
was in tatters. That's
I
what
think
I
there
remember.
might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yeah. It was the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered, yeah,
It
they're
made
old.
it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right?
You don't
So that
know.
means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me before I could even say anything.
Get fucked. No,
Not weird, okay?
I don't want to hear you
Listen to
do
what
that
I have to
anymore.
say before you deny me.
You're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Yeah, Toko's actor is really good. Interview Mukuro, Headmaster, Makuma, Control Room, okay.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yeah, that's true.
She must have been in 100
Hold on. Yeah, did not have a single scar when she came to Host Week, that's what I thought.
different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds
No!
in battle.
No, that's wrong.
You're wrong.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
This is one of the easier trials. I mean, I haven't struggled yet, which is surprising.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro
I thought it was
suffered
gonna be
all
super
those
convoluted.
wounds
I mean, I know
after
it's gonna
coming to
be.
this school.
But
In
it
which
hasn't been
case,
difficult.
They could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Ah, titty.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been
I
dead
can't
for
wait to play the
several
other
days.
Danganronpas and struggle infinitely more.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh yeah.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I don't know. The mastermind. No, it's Mukuro. Oh. Okay, but she's not dead! And Mukuro isn't dead! Should go! I'm ahead of the game, apparently.
I got it! The one who
The
attacked
game was
me
like, no,
the
slow down,
true
we're not there
mastermind.
yet.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
The rhythm battle? Oh,
I
fuck,
naturally assumed
rhythm
she
battles.
must have been
Dude,
the one
I'm
who
so
attacked
bad
me.
at rhythm games. I'm really bad at rhythm
but I
games.
was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An
Good?
assumption.
No, it's not good. It's not
You
a good
can't
thing.
really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No. There's no way Mukuro's the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. Oh yeah, there isn't one. Should be obvious. Monokuma, you a bitch. Monokuma is a bitch. Wait, what does
You never
Monokuma
saw
File
it.
5 say? Oh, there's nothing about a tattoo, so this is gonna be a
Their
contradiction.
face, right?
It was a temporary
So you
tattoo,
can't
you're
have
right.
Any idea who was under that mask? I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left?
Hold on. It's at the right. Hold on. Left? Right. I had to remember which hand it was on.
Foot.
Oh, I had it right. Okay, it's right hand.
Or could it be the hips?
It's on her right hand, I believe.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea. I'm
Is it just
telling you
this?
now.
It was Mukuro
Yeah, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, it was her hips. I know that figure anywhere.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo.
It's so obvious,
But I
and why do
saw
you have
the
to
right
shoot
hand
truth
of the
bullets?
person who attacked
You know,
me.
I asked that question a lot, Akira. There are I had to argue earlier that
And there
Kyoko wasn't a
was no such
ghost,
tattoo.
so there are some things in this game that shouldn't need to
So
be
there's
argued.
no way the
But then
person
they
behind
are.
the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well,
You're right.
okay.
It came off in an
I
explosion,
guess it wasn't her.
so obviously it was
But
temporary.
that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could
She
have
wears
been her.
gloves! Oh, I just had a stroke. I was scratching my nose.
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh?
Oh,
Show me what?
scars,
What
scars,
do you
scars.
think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't
Show
me.
me your scars, baby. Her penis fingers, hell yeah. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was
Protection's coming off.
inexperienced.
No, Kyoko. Don't
I
take off
thought
the
you didn't
condom.
want
I
anyone to
scratched my
see
nose
those
again and had
scars.
another. Don't worry about it.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking
Whoops.
the mastermind,
Push
it
my
doesn't really
desk.
bother me.
There we go. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. She put her gloves back on. That's all I'm gonna get? That little tiny glimpse of her fingies? Give me more
My
than that.
scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars
Yes.
like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the
Yeah,
true
right. You're
mastermind.
right, Akira.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those
Alright,
positively
hey.
grotesque scars of yours.
She's sensitive about that.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
The one
That's
thing
true.
she's sensitive about, yeah.
All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Oh, got him.
She was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here.
Have none of you guys been to the biolab? You're all terrible detectives. The pool.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
I do? Oh, the tarp. The tarp! Tarp.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had
How
been
did nobody
stamped on
notice the
one
first
corner of
time
the
that there
tarp.
was a stamp on it?
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little
I mean, I
thing?
feel like it was pretty
Makoto's
noticeable.
nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
I'm nitpicky? You're one to
This
talk.
proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, There's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply
I
explaining
mean, the
what I
tarp's
think
there. What
happened.
more do you want?
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Is it?
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so
Oh
major
yeah,
it
there were
can't be
9
overlooked.
bodies and there should have been 10.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
What?
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
By the
about?
way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
No, my family.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think is
This has
happening
nothing to
to
do with the
your
case.
family?
Objection.
Are they
Objection.
really as safe as you might have
Objection!
assumed?
Get this man out of here. I'm holding you in contempt of court.
Stop talking about that.
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't add up. Are we dancing? No, no. I forgot how to play.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about
I
this?
forgot
That's
how to
impossible!
play. Whee!
What? What do you want?
Fuck.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Oh, I'm out of bullets.
Are
I
you sure about this?
am
That's
struggling.
impossible!
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
I'm
What?
concentrating
What do you
so
want?
hard. How do I do the thingy?
Are you sure?
How do I
about
do the
this?
thingy? How do I do the thingy? Oh, it didn't matter.
I'm not listening!
Biolab secret. Shoot it! Okay, I fucked up. I didn't know which one it was.
Are you sure about this?
How do I
That's
do my
impossible.
ultra thing?
I'm not listening!
But oh, it's the lights. This one.
This should prove
Bam. I don't know why they added that. The like you have to shoot the thing at the end with the right bullet. I feel like that's
Yoko's talking
a
about
little-
is the lights.
useless. If I'm being honest.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means
Yes,
there's a body in
Bukaki,
that
that's
slot.
literally what you just said.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. It should have been 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Stupid ass.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far.
I mean,
and it
yeah,
should
I'm
become
calling
clear.
him Bukaki. That's the whole thing. He's Bukaki. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know how to count.
So 10 people in all?
He's
That's
just
right.
copying what other people
Any
say to
other
look
number
smart.
should make
Yeah,
you
pretty much.
immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they
Oh.
actually killed her.
I need to start scratching my nose with my
And yet,
right
her
hand. I
body
keep
was
doing it with my
left
left
alone.
hand, and it causes
Then
makes my model have a
whose
stroke.
body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them
Ah,
disappeared.
10 dead friends.
Well, if
Ah,
that's
ah,
true,
ah.
then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murderers?
Because Makorio isn't dead. Only 9 murders took place. No, there haven't been 10 murders. This is wrong.
Shoot!
This is literally wrong. You're all wrong. I'm the only smart one. You're all wrong.
I got it! What about it?
There wasn't 10.
Was killed
How
twice.
can there be 10 murders when you kill the same
Officially,
person twice?
10 murders have been committed.
That's not
so
2
far,
murders. That's 1 murder. You can't
but
murder
one of the
somebody a
victims may
second
have been
time.
Murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims.
Yeah, but
right?
she didn't kill them the second time.
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Yeah, I
It
can.
was Mukuro, of course.
No.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
It's
Besides,
Junko!
who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will
Junko!
become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Junko! 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 Useless.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
Yes.
Leon Kuwata?
Fuck! Oh wait, no, I got it.
Chihiro Fujisaki?
I got it.
Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
No. I got, yeah.
Hifumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Junko.
No, that's wrong.
Celestial, whatever.
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And
I know,
Mukuro
I love
died from a
Celeste,
number
too.
of wounds
She a
across
cutie.
her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those 2 bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight.
Listen,
Junko,
Kyoko's
or
best
someone
girl.
going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being
I
dragged
guess that
out
makes
again.
sense because at the beginning of the game she made that comment about how like, oh, I look
Only
different
this
in real
time,
life
it
because
was
they
presented as
Photoshop
the corpse
magazines.
of one
Haha.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9, which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Hell
Who
yeah.
is it? Who's behind all
Hero's
this?
sister's best girl.
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro's alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro is still alive. Couldn't they just tattoo Junko's hand after the fact?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro. Then she's
Okay, but
still
what about
alive?
the tattoo? Wait, hold on. What does her file actually say?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Oh yeah, I'll shoot this one. There we go. Okay.
The body we found in the garden
Wasn't
But
Mukuro.
what about everything that
No,
matched?
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She
But
was
they're
5 foot, 6
also-
inches tall
yeah.
and weighed 97 pounds. Her
You know who
vitals were
else was the
31,
same?
21,
Junko.
32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Both of these bitches were anorexic, yeah, pretty much. It's Junko. Oh, that.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Yeah, fuck me up.
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some
It's
kind of
11037, you're right.
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's life supply. She doesn't have a pulse. She's dead. I did check, absolutely, and I can say
She
for
was
sure.
dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it
Maybe
your
Hina
best
cried on her.
shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Yeah, I have. Kill me.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
It's
Let's
Sayaga,
assume
you're right.
Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. What are we doing? Hangman's Gambit, a double. I don't know what that word is. I don't know what that word is. E. Replica. Replica. What do you mean? I hit I! I literally shot I. What do you want about? Oh. Oh, replacement. It's A. Replaced? Is that what it is? Replaced? Alright, there we go.
Now I understand.
It is one of Mondo's ass hot dogs, you're right.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Yes.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but
I don't know.
that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Why?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
That night?
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So
Sorry, I
maybe
have to
the
fix
whole
something.
idea is wrong.
Ah, I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it. The two of them.
Oh
may have
no, my
switched
stupid
places
hat,
from
you're
the very
right.
beginning.
Hold on.
What? From the beginning?
Wait, what just happened? Hello?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
What is
If
happening to
that's
me?
when they
Help!
switched, then they wouldn't
having
have
a
had to
stroke.
switch at the moment of death, right?
I don't know what is happening. My YouTube
After all,
studio.
the one we saw at
in the
that
wrong
point would have
aspect
already
ratio.
been Mukuro.
Oh no.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met
I'm not stupid yet. I haven't gotten anything wrong.
is actually Mukuro all along?
Hold on.
Then we'd already met her?
Is that good? Oh, it's not on.
A normal conversation with her.
No.
When
Get
we
on my
first
head.
met, none of us knew who anyone
No,
else
I don't want
was.
to be. I don't want it to be on that part.
So
There we go.
Mukuro could have simply told us her name was
better.
Junko.
There
And
we go.
never would have known the difference.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
I actually started this series with a detective
Wait.
hat,
But Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
and I don't know what happened to
Junko
it. I just
never had
forgot
any
to keep
tattoo like
using
that,
it.
did she?
Makeup.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Class trials
correct.
happened, yeah.
Even
My
if there
brain
was no
got
tattoo
fried
on her
and I
hand,
forgot to
I
wear it.
couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
A glaring hole?
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Oh,
Why
whatever.
haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Wait, what? How do I... It's the... No. This one. Maybe?
Shoot!
No, it's... Okay, I lost. It's the... They hit the body. Alright, yeah, whatever.
I refuse to give up yet. The two of them?
What?
Ah! I know! I know! Bom bom bom! Boom! Hi! Welcome back.
never
We
would have
saw
known the
2021
difference.
before it began, yeah.
That would
Hiyo,
easily allow the
Gravity,
two of
how's
them
it
to switch
going?
places.
Yeah, I know, we went through this already. I know, I fucked up. I know! I know I messed up! Alright. Is it this one? Is it this one?
Shoot!
What the fuck? Where's the evidence that said they hit her face? I can't find it. Is it just the tarp? Where is the thing that says, oh, she had a cloak on her? Where is it? No, I didn't mean to press triangle. I wanted to press X so I could look at it. Fuck off. Shut up. Oh no, it's the thing where they covered her face. Was planning on commenting on Makoto's ultimate luck, but I realized that I missed that. Oh yeah. We are in the final thing. I don't know. It's not these. Sure, I guess so. I don't know which one it is. Like, the only one I know is just her profile. I know it's the group photo. I presented the group photo. What do you mean? Last time I presented the group photo and it said it was wrong. I was like, oh, she's in here. I presented it. See?
Shoot.
It's not. I thought that too. Because they're both in there together. No, I don't want to skip through all that text again. Like you would think, obviously it's the group photo because they're both in there together. The DVD? And what world is it the DVD? Ow!
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it. I get it. Yeah, you
made
turned
sure
it
I
off.
couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Imposter? A mocha?
The power outage thing was just a fluke.
It wasn't a fluke. Fake. The other piece of evidence. Wait, oh no! Fuck, I'm gonna lose again. I'm probably gonna lose this, just letting you know.
What? What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
I'm sorry, I'm concentrating so hard.
That's impossible!
Oh, this is it. Yeah, okay.
This should prove it.
I got it. Isn't triangle the speed up button? No, triangle's shoot. I literally have to concentrate so hard on that because it uses all of my brain power.
Uh-oh. I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
An unusual circumstance?
What's so unusual about them?
Oh, you can't see Junko's face. Haha.
I got it! Junko's face.
Oh my gosh. No, I missed Kyoko bathing suit. No, go back, go back. Hold on, I need to fail this so that I can go back and look at it again.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here
please,
is
Akira,
the real
please.
Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And
Oh
she's the
my
one behind
gosh.
this whole murderous situation.
Junko!
This
You
killing
crazy
game.
cat.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on! Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Is this the summary? Oh my gosh, that was a quick trial. Are you kidding me? That was a really quick trial. And it was easy, actually. I only got stuck at one point. This one. Ah, dead. She died. Oh, that's only the first half? Oh, okay. Where did the mastermind keep... Oh. There. She's sleeping. The mastermind attacked me with something. What was that? A knife! And then... Who was it that stopped them? They were like... It was like... Oh my gosh, don't do that! Is this them running away? I guess so. Can't believe this is the end of the game. Maybe it's not, I'm sorry. What did the mastermind do with the mask after they took it off? I don't know. This is Junko. What's the condition of the dead body? That. And then... Kablamo. And then... It got blown up. It was exploded. Alright. These two are definitely not involved. This one's just transportation and hiding the body. I think this is right. I don't know. I'm gonna find out.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Aha!
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa.
Makorio.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind,
Look at those titties, hell
Junko
yeah.
and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Dead.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Stab. Ah, that's me.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body.
Kodo's
This
such
was
a
all to
pretty
make us
boy.
think the person who
Kodo's
attacked
like,
me
I'm
and
trying,
the
it's
corpse
news.
were one and the same.
That would be
She
kind of
wanted
weird,
us to
you're right.
believe the murder had only recently
Carrying the corpse
taken
of your
place.
double. Explosion!
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity.
Still can't believe
She
Toko
had to
survived
make sure
that.
we didn't find out it was actually the same person we met in the beginning.
Suck me, Kyoko.
This is
Kyoko,
the
please.
truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling
Toko has
Monokuma.
dumbass energy. She do be a dumbass. She also invincible, apparently.
The real Junko Enoshima.
Oh my gosh, I got it first try!
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Toko's can survive
Come on.
anything? Well, apparently
It's
she
time you
explodes
finally
in the bad
revealed
ending.
yourself.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story
Maybe
would
that was a
end
hoax.
once we
Maybe they
reached the
actually all
climax
colluded
of
to
the
kill her.
case?
They were like,
Wrong.
enough of
There's
this
still
bitch.
plenty
She
more
needs to go. Oh my gosh, it's Junko. She doesn't have freckles at all.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
No. No. No, I don't like that voice at all. That voice, no. No, that voice is very bad. That voice is very, very bad. I don't like that at all, actually. It's very not good.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
No.
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
I hate it. It literally just sucks.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Wait, what happens when I say okay?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with
Oh
you.
man! No, I want the home cooking!
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Oh, okay. It got better, you're right, it got better. Okay, good. I was like, is that a real voice? Fuck that.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
I don't like the monotone voice either, though.
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the Thai school. The main hall. No, I have no idea. I have no idea, actually.
Shoot!
Is it just before I got to the school? Oh, it was definitely before I got to the school. I'm sorry, it was definitely before I got to the school. Only one of these choices makes sense. Why is this an option?
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Ah, yeah, Photoshop, you know. Yeah, totally Photoshop. Haha.
Sometimes a little lie is
I remember that
necessary to
face
keep
from
things
anywhere.
moving along.
I shrimp for it every
Wouldn't you
night.
agree?
Exactly.
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
Yeah, I don't like the voice either.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical
Wait, they're twins? Or is
twin
this like a
relationship.
Josh?
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister,
Wait, are you
smart
kidding?
and
They're
cute.
twins? Are
That
you
was-
joshing me right now?
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
That's better, I like that.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's go.
She's a totally different person now.
How does it feel standing next to that hero?
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins,
Heretic's not into it.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
Need a gag. I don't know. It's still kind of off. It's not the voice that's off. It's like the voice actor, I feel like, is trying a little bit too hard.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
Yeah, I think it's the
And
actor.
for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
The fuck is happening? How many personalities do you have, bitch?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But
She's a
after looking at the
TikTok girl
situation,
faking DID.
I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work
Junko has
alongside
two voice
me,
actors?
but she
Yeah,
would
I
have been
figured.
useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate
I like
fashionista
this one,
status
yeah.
has
I
an
like this voice the
undeniable
most.
appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
One is Junko's actual actors, and this is her second actor, or Toko's. Oh my gosh, Toko's VA also does Junko.
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is
I
precisely
think she does
why
Wild
I
Girl
killed her.
Junko? Oh,
To
maybe
meet
that's why she's
everyone's
trying so hard.
expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
No, back. We're back.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
I hate it.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided,
bad.
premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
Jawunko. Fuck.
How
Jawunko.
can you talk like that?
How can you talk like that?
Sacrificed your own
It's
sister.
disgusting.
How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the
So
outside despair, you know?
scary.
So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
Woo.
No, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for
Oh
us,
my gosh,
it's not a
she's
big
literally
deal
the
whether we die
fucking
or kill.
edgy kid in the back of the
We're
class
just those kinds of people.
that like
who can do
rejects society
anything.
at 14 years old
We've
and
always
thinks
been
she's like
filled with
immature for
despair.
her age.
So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
Look wet.
You just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
Despair.
That's not true at all.
The
We were
definition
twins.
of an Emily
How
is
can I
how
not
what an
be
Emily is.
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands.
She reads Warrior Cats and
That
hisses
act
at
is
people.
filled with
Oh
so
my
much
god, I
despair.
knew
You
somebody
can't
like
help but put a
that.
super in front of it.
Oh
It's
god.
like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
I don't like this
Super,
one either.
super,
It sounds
super,
like she's
super,
trying
super,
too hard
super,
again.
Super, 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 super,
Stupid,
super,
stupid,
super
stupid, stupid,
despair.
stupid.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What a weirdo. Yeah, she's
And my
fucked.
sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of
Look at
abnormality.
her mushrooms.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't
Hell
even
yeah,
begin to
despair
describe it.
fetish, let's go.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So,
Are you assuming that's a fetish? Oh, it definitely is.
Brilliant,
I mean, yeah, it'd be
hopelessly
kind of fun.
athletic.
Like every time you
I'm
bonk
the
her, she
hopelessly
switches.
Perfect ultimate human.
And until she accidentally gets
I don't
bonked,
think
and then
there's
it's
anything
annoying.
perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Oh?
What did you just say? What do you
Oh,
mean by
are we about to find out Bukaki's just a regular old bitch boy?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
Come on, it was
You've
stupid
already
legs.
solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should
I like
solve the
Monokuma
riddle of your
Junko.
missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going
Makoto,
to solve
you don't
our
know anything.
mystery, and then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it. It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before.
Oh no, you figured it out. Be ashamed if you just got fucking
With
murdered.
a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us and why they must be related to the motive.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my
My
bad
brain
manners.
is dead indeed, hell yeah.
So then, let me
Booba,
ask you
booba
another
back.
question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Our friends and family were dying. Yeah, her friends, they, first murder, yeah. Human connection.
I got it! The driving force
Can't
behind the
handle
motive you
bipolar
presented
hoe,
us
she
with
do be
at
a
that
hoe.
point was human connections.
Yeah, the motive was 11037.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example,
My family.
your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill.
Didn't one of them have a
But
blank
still,
DVD? I don't think
What a
so.
cool thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay!
No, go
Time
back.
For the next question.
Go back!
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
No, I hate you. Weird envelopes, it was the secrets. The past.
I got it! It
Whoa!
was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason
Oh my
Mojo
God.
did what he did
I
was
hate
to
it.
protect his
I hate it.
secrets.
She sounds like a fake TikTok girl trying too hard to be
So,
funny.
how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Oh, avocado, sponsor me!
On
You
to the
guys
next
seen that
question.
video?
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
She Junko really do be saying that. She wanted to buy, but it has a motive of murder was I don't know, greed? Oh, I think it's greed. Yeah, because it was money.
It was money, wasn't it?
Why Shaba? Let's
Seek
go
and
get
destroy.
sponsorship,
Hell yeah, you
please.
got it again.
Ooh.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
She wanted to protect her friends. Betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed
That
Sakura's
avocado video,
betrayal,
I
that
fucking
led to
hate that
everything
video. It
that came
kills me
afterwards.
inside. Avocado can't support you. They're not a
Anyway,
company.
It looks like you answered all of my questions correctly.
You don't know the avocado
Not
video? I don't know how to
deeply
get it
delightful.
because I
But
just
what's the point?
I don't even know
What
where I
meaning
saw
is there
it.
in asking those questions
But it's a
now?
TikTok video and it's so fucking awful.
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are
I don't
all
have
pretty
TikTok
standard
either. I
motives,
think I
right?
saw it on
The most
YouTube.
normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as
I don't
many
want
reasons
you.
to kill
Stop
as there
talking to
are
me.
people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other,
Let me see if
bringing
I can find
despair
it.
to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed
Hold
of
on.
despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing
this
memories?
it?
Why are you trying to change the subject?
Hold on, I'm not paying attention.
If you would listen, you would
It
see
is, I
I'm
found
not
it.
changing the subject. We
Okay.
are discussing your memories.
Oh, Emmy, did you find it? I found a Cringetopia post on Reddit about it, but I don't really want to link it because I hate Cringetopia. They're a bunch of fucking losers. So I don't really want to link it. If you have like, oh no, Emmy, no, please don't have permission. No, this is so sad. Emmy, send it to me on Twitch or on Discord. Actually, just post it in the Discord because Akira is in our Discord. You can just post it in our Discord. Oh, there you go. I did. Good job, Alice. Funny avocado TikTok. I think this is it. Yeah, there you go. Now you can watch the Kring.
What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed
Nightbot
to
was
be
doing his
consumed
shit
by
job.
despair.
How could taking away
I try to
someone's
use
memories
permit link, but it doesn't work.
give them
And plus,
Oh,
you
whoops.
haven't given us
Sorry.
any hope anyway.
I skipped the last 2 words of
Is
that.
that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
Permit
If
sock
none of
on.
you wanted to escape
Sock
this
on
school,
these nuts.
the killing
Ah,
never would have
no.
taken place.
Nice try.
That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
The fact that you said it means no. You didn't get me.
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
You munga donkalongas.
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
really?
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world? Hell yeah, let's go.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into
Why do you
despair.
wait for your inflatable arm tube man? Hell yeah.
Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls!
I want more despair Junko that
This is the
shoots
outside
herself
world
in
you've all been
trial.
so anxious to claw your way back into.
Give it to me, baby. Let's go. The fuck? Oh no, there's a global pandemic. Ew, I saw France. Gross. Oh no, Paris. Ugh, let me never go outside. Just keep me in here.
The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any
Oh
sense.
no, Photoshop.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that
Damn,
were
those
taken
Frenchies
from
went
you.
crazy. The fucking
If you
French,
can't
damn it.
remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial.
Hey Lucia! Oh, I hope you're having a good day at work. Yeah, I'm still streaming. We're playing Danganronpa now. We're gonna finish this. Let's go.
bitches! Remember or die!
Oh.
What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or
Oh,
whatever,
Genocide Jack's
but
memory
when it
is
comes to
split.
that crazy, confusing video you
Bam,
showed
bam.
us, I don't understand.
It's going
a damn
good?
thing.
Hog.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw?
Bonk. Oh no, I wanted to
Is this
shoot
another one
the
of your
purple
practical
one.
jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Bonk, bonk. Oh, I missed.
Nobody can remember.
What about this? Aha! Oh!
Actually,
I read
she
it's
might
going
know.
goodo, and I thought you said
Oh, my
it was going goodo
The
at
other
work.
Toko, Genocide Jack.
Oops.
Two of them share certain kinds of knowledge,
Oopsie.
but their memories aren't linked, right?
It's going shit, Farah.
I see.
Oh, I'm
If
sorry to
their
hear
memories
that.
are separate, then even if one
You having a good
personality is
time?
forgotten,
No, I'm
there's a
Pog.
chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places?
Here, let's
No,
go.
absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on.
Oh, the sexy man is telling you. Oh, that was quick.
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Unleash the waifu? She is not waifu,
She just
no.
gave in like it was nothing.
I'm
Refusal.
going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately.
Good to hear you're not having a good day.
Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough. Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Explosion!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know. Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
Shout out to the one dude in your car
If you
with a
really do
monochrome head.
remember,
Yeah, hell
what
yeah.
is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Can you
Why
elaborate?
is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us
Yes,
everything you
with the
know.
2 meter long, yeah.
Copy that.
Bukaki's gonna throw up on her because she's gonna trigger his gag reflex, both from the tongue and the stench.
Tragedy happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale
Toko
in
picks
the
her nose with that tongue? No.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Have a good rest of your time at work, Lucia.
Either
Don't
way,
die.
There's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it?
Toko is
Come
a
on.
giraffe.
There
Hell
wasn't
yeah, she's a
single
furry.
concrete description in there.
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, relax.
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway, so the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Fair.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being
Pog,
ridiculous.
we all get to die. Let's go.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you.
Sarah, guess what? What?
It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Oh my gosh, are they? I love you too. Mwah.
What did you say?
Oh my gosh, Bukaki, are you
I'm
defunct?
glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey, hey! So, what do you think happened to the
Ha!
Togami family?
Man, I don't know. I could be the Togami family fell, or it could be that the Togami family fell. I think it's the middle one. Yeah, I agree with you.
Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
Oh, I didn't even say
I
it.
stopped so fucking bored waiting. I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy.
What
I
to
mean.
choose? What to
You think I
choose?
might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Haha, get fucked, Bukaki.
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You
He
are
said
no longer
that
the
your
ultimate
family
affluent
died,
progeny.
you gents.
They
fuck.
couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? That don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Bukaki's having a mental breakdown because he has
Well, if
his
I'm
life is meaningless now
understanding
that
you
his
right,
family's dead.
It sounds like you think
Oh
the
no, you
tragedy
can't
happened
control
a
the
year
world anymore.
before you
Boo-hoo, you're
arrived
now just a
here.
normal little dickhead.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right? Huh? 2 years ago? Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What? 2 years ago?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect.
And to Farrah what?
Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
I'm sorry,
What are
Lucy,
the
and thank you
memories
for
I took from
forgiving
you?
me. Have a good time at work.
Now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us, if what Junko said is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took of us is our life at Hope's Peak.
Done! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
So what you're telling me is all the
And that
women who
entire
said they were
period of
16
time
are actually
is precisely
18,
what you've
and
forgotten.
everybody in this game
don't remember
is
the last
legal.
2 years of my
Yoko,
life?
show me your titties. Let's go.
That's not possible!
don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible, but if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Listen, I'm stating facts, okay? Heroes especially legal. Oh god.
2 years worth of memories.
What do you mean only hero is
Something
legal?
like that.
What, didn't they come here when they were
Living here for
16?
2 years?
So they're 18
Hell
now.
no, that's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus,
This is just a
2
group
years
photo.
have passed! How freaking old am I?
How old am I?
Everyone's so.
Oh, wait, hold on. Which one's the pocketbook and which one's the notebook? They're so similar. Oh, it's the locker notebook. Okay, I got it. It's the notebook. This one.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for hell no! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This one. Ka-chow!
No, that's wrong.
Here was a dill.
Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor.
Ah,
If you don't mind, could you take a
I
look
can't
inside?
scratch my nose without having a stroke.
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
You like my collab command? I had to change it so nobody would make fun of me for not changing it.
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hero, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that
It has
the
all my
2 years
shroom
of
locations
missing
and how to make methamphetamine. I totally wrote this!
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice?
No,
but
my
to
kilobits,
acknowledge
no!
The truth?
My kilobits,
Just
what happened?
So desperately dark. The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here.
Oh, come back? Come back? Okay, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. They were gone for a moment there.
Shit, man!
Yeah, I know, Alice.
Funeral. Hell yes!
I just said that.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How
I'm in your
fun classes?
basement eating your
How many
kilobits.
school
No,
events?
stop eating my
This was your
kilobits.
chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair.
Sure, my
but then
stream
you
died. Can you
forgot
play
it
that
all.
one specific voice? No!
And once you'd forgotten, you made the
I'm
choice
sorry,
to
I
subject
can't.
yourself
I'd have to
this
go so
killing
far
game.
back. And it wasn't your stream that died,
Oh,
it was mine.
And there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out.
Can I? I don't think so.
This world is just so desperately fucking bored!
What are you talking about?
No, I can
You have to
only
give yourself
skip
over
dialogue.
completely to such stimulating despair.
I pressed all the buttons. I definitely pressed all the buttons. This time for realsies.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time, just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time. And that was at the entrance ceremony. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind then.
Shoot!
Shut up, please, and let me go back. When I fainted. There we go.
The moment I lost my memories, I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was
What's
overcome
weird?
with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing
I know you can
out,
do it, but it's
right?
pain to figure out anything on console from
And your
PC.
sense
Oh
of
yeah,
time
that's
got
fair.
all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have
I did
been
press
something
all the
like that.
buttons.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I
Oops.
assume not much time
Knocked
had
over my
passed
water
since
bottle.
I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof,
I feel.
gone. Which means, of course.
What if like one of us got really out of shape in 2 years? You know? What if like one of us transitioned in 2 years? You know? Wouldn't that kind of fall apart? Imagine weighing yourself and you're 30 pounds difference and you're like, what the fuck? What happened? Or you dyed your hair or something? Have I tried pressing them all at the same time? Let me try.
When everyone met for the
It
first
didn't work.
time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other,
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
Oops.
And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
What are you on
So,
about?
since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Please share. Why not?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
That's nothing like real life high school.
but that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair
Celeste
into all of humanity.
I love you, so I'm about to torture you, okay? Yeah.
The biggest,
I love
most
you so
awful,
much that I want
most
you all to
tragic event
die.
in human history. The
Oh, whoops.
All too soon,
You
the
know what it
world's
is,
days
the
of
tragedy
peace
trademark.
came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
It's the
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
I like bullying this, but it's a little overkill. Nah, what do you
Everyone
mean?
is capable of it. And now the entire world.
It's like
is falling
she's
into
like the
despair.
ultimate tsundere, really.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Can I just take a moment? Look how long her fucking neck is. Tsundere, get my mallet. I know, I'm not a big fan of tsunderes either. But look how long her fucking neck is. That bitch is fucking giraffe. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only
Big
ones
light
left.
suit. You know what? I'm not
And
gonna.
then
You know what?
super
That's a
neat
good idea,
happened.
Heretic.
Now pay attention, because this is
To make
important, and
despair
I'm only
more
gonna
like
say it
ultimate
once.
bitch. You're right.
So guess what?
It's alright,
To protect
Pasquetti.
everyone who had survived, Hope's
I
Peak
still
was
believe in you.
transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The headmaster. My stream skipped and it made you say she fucking a giraffe. The prime minister.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
Are you okay, Akira?
But creating the shelter
Headmaster,
was
do you get
also his
Headmaster's
single
fucking
biggest
dead.
mistake.
Headmaster is literally bones in a box right now.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
So it's all
By
this
the way,
bitch's fault
it
is what
was
I'm
you
hearing.
yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's
Yeah, that's what I
direction,
was gonna
you
say,
all
like,
went about
can't
your
we
work
just
like
kill her?
obedient little sheep.
She's just standing here and she is the mastermind and her counterpart's
We trapped
dead.
ourselves in here?
It's just her.
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Can I, please just stab her?
Once
Just
you
choke
finished
her out?
building your little
Something?
shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing
Surprised
each other
Bukaki wouldn't
served
give
as
the command
climax of
Yotoko
our
as strong
global
as hell.
despair
Yeah.
plan.
I feel like Hero
And
is
the
standing
only
right
reason you
next to her and
survived
Hero's
the
like,
tragedy was so that you could be
look
a
at how
part of it.
tiny she is. Hero could easily snap this bitch in half.
So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Or, you know, like,
This was so much more than a simple high school death
Aiden,
match.
I like Kyoko's a professional
Rather, it
detective,
was a method
surely.
to hunt down and
she has some
destroy
fighting
every
skills.
last remaining speck of hope in the world.
Yeah,
What are you
Alvin
saying?
works out. Literally any of
It
us
would
could
seem that
defeat,
there's a
like,
little
just
bit
snap her in half.
left
Except for
out
me.
there.
Except for Makoto. Makoto's a little
soul
bitch.
Unwilling to give up hope.
Makoto would, like, break his nail and
So
cry.
I thought I should show them, which is why I.
Well, why don't you tell me?
Yeah, I wanted to show that was despair. Oh, right, Bukkake. I forgot Bukkake existed. That's just how forgettable he is. He just sucks. Oh my gosh, I don't know what this word is. You? No? I? Hijack. I got it! I know how to spell.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hopeless.
Yeah, 80%. A solid 80% of the people here could, you know, fuck her up.
Television just amazing. By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Yeah,
There's a
for
reason
real.
I chose you guys to
93
survive when all
pounds.
the other
This bitch
students
is
were dropping like
anorexic as
flies.
fuck. Death isn't despair, yeah. Listen, this game is kind of old heretic, you know, back when people didn't want to die constantly.
Sorry,
So,
that's a lie.
it's a
I
little
just
bit
figured
behind
you'd
the
despair
times.
even more when you found out a friend
If it was
had
made
betrayed
nowadays,
you.
I mean, surely
And that's the
Surely
truth,
they would
which is
understand.
what you
All of
wanted,
us crave
right?
the sweet release of death.
So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you
Oh
seriously
yeah,
count on the
that's true.
possibility
I think
that
she
we
just
would
means
solve
people
your
are
mystery?
scared of death.
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would
Yeah,
you
pretty
react?
much.
What would you do?
Knowing you're about to die.
See?
Unless you
Discovering
know,
truth
the
doesn't
average
necessarily
Gen,
lead to a sense of hope.
Gen Z.
Truth can be full of despair
Then it's
too.
it's
Like right
glorifying.
fucking now.
Euphoric even.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay?
Nihilism
Totally
fog.
awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, But there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for
Yeah,
myself.
show me. Show me. Take me outside.
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well,
I don't care. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. I want to die. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die out there.
Everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
Aren't you cold
I
sweaty?
didn't kill
Aren't you
anyone.
cold sweaty?
I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures
This
of
woman is
instinct,
a
right?
fucking roller coaster.
It comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple.
That's
You
it.
stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You made Hero think Kyoko was
You
a
guys
ghost.
so full of
Exactly.
hope, and me
It's all your
so
fault.
Full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you
We got like 3 more games. Yeah, what's she talking about?
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Hey, I would.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Let me just mention one more thing.
I would.
When
I would
win
absolutely.
to
Yes,
punish
please.
You guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we just...
Yes, we gotta put her down. Damn shame, Cox shotgun.
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean
Lol,
to say
she just changed the
you'll
rules
execute
on
one
the
of us?
fly.
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Ah, me? Mama me?
You've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I
hate
hate you!
Anything?
make
What do
this
you
clear.
mean?
Everyone has 2 choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto,
Bruh,
the rest
why
of
am I
you
the
get to live
scapegoat?
out
I
your
ain't done
lives.
shit. Be smarter for Kyoko tonight. Kyoko's actually trained in investigating. I mean, there's really nothing else to investigate at this
Has
point,
your
though.
resolve softened? Have you lost confidence?
Oh,
Are you
Junko
afraid
wants to
of
go to the
being
second down. I'm gonna
punished?
grab my ball
Don't you have
stick.
faith in your
Oh. What did I... Akira? I found the button. I don't know what button it was. But I can't listen to voice lines or anything though.
No, that's not it.
It just says what
It's
they said.
okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Kinning? Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that before. I hate it.
Beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the
Can I
headmaster's
become-
only wish was that all of you would survive,
Can I
right?
become Muckorio
That's why
and
he
die
tried to
instantly?
trap
That'd
you
be
all
pretty
here
cool.
After all, the least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate.
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Oh.
Nobody's
Me-
gonna
me.
give in to despair.
I can imagine
We're
if
not
everybody
gonna lose to
voted
you.
for Junko, but I
So
voted for
boring.
myself when I was like, fuck
Stubborn till
this.
the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with.
A girl cut off her fingers because
It's
a
time for
Danganronpa
the
character
final
did? What
vote.
the fuck?
Everything will come
Dude,
to an end.
people are messed
Your
up.
stupid hope. And your stupid
I thought she
life.
said stupid hoe. I was like, that's me. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Hey, Kyoko, don't do it. Please, I love you.
We won't give up.
Group photo.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I don't know what's keeping us from stopping here. I mean, from staying here. I mean, you won't
By
be
the way,
around.
The air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Why are you guys moaning?
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Oh, okay. Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are awaiting.
Don't do it. I love you. Please.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what
Oh, I can't shoot you? So is it just... Oh, every time you miss it, you lose hearts? Is it just a
won't
group
give
photo?
up. As long as there's hope,
Is it just
we'll
group
never
photo?
give up.
If I were to die, that would be the
I don't
end of
know.
Hope's...
Eh. Nope.
Shoot.
Oh, I have to shoot my own. I see.
We
Okay.
won't give up as long as there's hope.
If I were to
Oh,
die,
whoops.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I guess I shoot myself with group photo?
By the way,
The air outside is the only
Ew.
reason it's thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all...
Meh.
You'll have to go into the world outside.
I know I shoot my own, but I don't
So,
know what I
will
shoot
you
it with.
just die?
Yeah, I know. Ah, it hurts. Meh. Yeah.
We won't give up.
We won't give up.
As long as there's hope,
We'll
This
never
one.
give up.
What the fuck? What do I shoot myself with? Akira, I don't... Absorb... Oh! I see.
if I were to die,
Okay, well, apparently I didn't do it fast enough, so I guess I
That would be
lose.
the end. By
I
the way,
literally don't have
the
enough
only
hearts.
reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life
In
you've all...
other words...
All of you will have to go into the world outside.
What do I do with my...
So,
What do I
you
shoot
just die.
myself with? Ow, my heart. Ah. Alright, yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
won't give up. As long as there's hope,
We'll never give up.
Suck. Alright, I sucked it.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
No!
don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door.
Good job,
There must
hero.
be
I
something
believe in
waiting for
you.
me. So that's why. That's why.
How did you live? You know what? You're right. Hero is really dumb. I'm surprised he didn't die.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Let's go.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope,
Suck.
We'll never give up.
I got that suck.
If I were to die,
Blah,
that
blah,
would
blah,
be
blah,
the
blah.
end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Good job. I love you, hero.
By the way, the air outside is the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air people.
Who's next? No! Bam!
don't lose hope now.
Forgot he existed. I mean, he
I've
doesn't
been
do a lot.
thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the
Yes!
horns.
Sakura would want you to live. You love each
With
other.
enthusiasm.
You know, you lost 2 years of memories, but I
sounds
get
like
you.
something
Bet you
she'd say,
guys were
right?
totally dating and fucked a bunch.
No. I
Totally.
think that's definitely
Guaranteed.
what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope,
We'll
Stuck.
never give up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
Meow.
By the way, the arrow's the only reason is thanks to the say whatever you want.
if I die,
The purifiers will in other
Shut
words,
up.
as soon as I die,
10 out of 10 ship.
the
It's
communal
literally the
life
best
you've all been
ship.
living will come
They
to
are,
an end.
deserve each other. No! Bam.
don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it.
Sakura is kind of... Okay, I don't know if she's best girl, but she's a
No
good
matter
girl
what,
for sure.
Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
We don't give up.
As long as there's hope,
Stop.
We'll never give up.
Alright,
If I were
Bukaki,
to
you're
die,
last.
that would be the end.
I decide.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die,
Go, go, go.
in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to.
Literally,
go
she
into the
doesn't...
world outside,
Toko doesn't
where
care about
only
us. She
death
just
and
wants
despair
Bukaki.
are awaiting.
No. Bad.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
I love you. I don't. I hate you.
Ridiculous.
Brushy,
Never even
brushy.
crossed
Thank
my
you for the
mind that I
brushy,
might give in
brushy.
to
Thank
despair.
you.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
I'm pretty sure it's dead.
So until I can restore
Everybody's
the
just gonna
Togami
call you an
family
asshole
and bring
now.
it greater glory than it's ever known.
We won't give up. As
Is
long
it just
as there's
Kyoko
hope,
now?
We'll never give up.
Alright, babe. Oh yeah, the music changed.
That would be the end of Hope's
Music
brutality.
changed.
I decided to have faith in myself.
By the way,
Toko
the
is
outside
gonna be
totally
making a lot of
polluted
kids.
now. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers
I love the
in
opening.
the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
The second game?
In other words,
I haven't heard
as
any of
soon
the
as
other
I die,
openings.
The communal
Anyways.
life you've all been. I can keep on living. All
Much
of
as
you
I
will
love
have to,
this.
You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the map.
So,
will you just die? Is that what?
No! Kyoko!
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that...
You love me!
No, never mind.
You love me! Just
So,
say it!
Makoto,
Just say it, please!
I don't think you wound up at this school.
Please!
because you had
I
good
love
luck
you!
or bad
Please
luck.
just say you love me.
I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty dumb.
And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
No,
What do
I
you
don't
think?
know about that.
What the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the ultimate hope now.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Stupid.
Lame.
He is small, you're right. Not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... Oh, I have one heart. I have one heart.
So
Oh
uncool.
no, how do I do the thing?
Dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
I did the thing though. I activated the thing though, so that's good.
I just love this.
I don't know how I did it. I pressed all the buttons.
You suck. What do you want?
So
Bam!
uncool.
Bam, bam, bam!
You're
Bam!
unbearable.
Bam, bam!
Hope is a joke.
Bam!
Who are you?
Bam!
Would you like to die?
No.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Can you die, please? I am the ultimate. No, shut up.
Hope keeps on going.
It's R1. Man, I don't know. I never have to use it again. So easy to become the ultimate hope. You're right. I didn't even do
refuse
anything.
To get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
Voting time. I did it. A, 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 C, A, A, B, A, 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 B, A, A. Oh, my sad. Oh, good. I got coins.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing.
Will it
With
give me
our
the
own
option?
hands.
I'll do it. Fuck yeah. Kill me! Kill me! Fuck. Damn it. Thank you, Toko, for your wonderful input. Yeah.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost me? No way!
That's
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use in trying to fight it now.
That's just totally the best.
Oh, she's into it.
So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end, it's the most
despair.
ultimate despair. That's quite the face. Yeah, oh yeah, she's like, hell yeah. What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately, this once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest... Yeah, to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now. Is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. She's the kind of person that seeks out a wife beater. Toko is, for sure.
Not possible.
You're wrong!
Don't make me
Let me
repeat
tell you this
myself.
right now, we no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Thank you, Genocide Jill.
Nina.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making. Seduce was not the best word. No, I think it was right. I seduced everyone. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing if you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope. That's no skin off my nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course! Because we're besties!
It's fine.
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
it can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on, it's not like I want you to die. You don't have to...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want to do now is taste that despair of death that only you get once in your life.
Don't get in my way.
Okay, I won't. Oh, oh yeah, she's like, hell yeah. I'm fucking hilarious? Okay.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair.
No, fuck you.
I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
Hey, something's wrong with your eyes. Are you okay?
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Are you okay? Like, no. Despair more like thighs. No, those are not the same thing. Okay, relax. Junko has been found guilty. Time for punishment. Let's see what we get. Is it just all of the despairs in one? Is it? Wait, is it all the punishments at once? 1,000 blows. It's literally all of them. She's so happy. She was like, why is it taking so long? Hell yeah, that bitch dead as fuck. Alright, now what? And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. And... yeah, she died being confused why it was taking so fucking long. Yeah, I'll save. Sure, why not? But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception, the air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Oh, hell yeah. Get me out of here. Yeah, death by literally everything. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door and nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence. Look at Hina's hair just there.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
The only thing that's awakened, the wing
I will
wall.
force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out, she said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that would be our way out of here.
But...
You never know, maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe!
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about! If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him so far up... Okay, goodbye. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over, we're just about to leave the school. Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby? Please never be a parent. Please never have children. Please never.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
but
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world isn't really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. Oh, it is really big. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, totally. That's totally what I meant. You're so smart, Kyoko. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for Bukaki. Why? How do I fast forward a stream? I know. This is why I watch VODs. Skip. Let me see the end. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself, and if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That is my
How
hope.
about that?
I'll reach the next stage. The next chapter of Yashihiro's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes. Personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Yeah, come on, Makoto. Get on with it. Yeah, let's go. As long as I have people like you around, let's kiss. Let's kiss right now. We can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small, so what can we do? No, we probably can't do anything. Oh, we probably can do anything. It's the exact opposite of what I said. We can do anything! Hell yeah, the power of friendship!
well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey,
If we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually
You don't have
bother
the
listening,
EPD to
but,
reproduce
you know.
humanity, sadly. I think it's for the better. This is not a good gene pool.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't
And
know.
can
what
you
to
just
say.
open the door?
I guess we graduated?
Get out! Leave! Button! Press! Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm gonna keep moving forward with everything in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Button! Press the button! The door began to open with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh. What do you got for me? What do you got? Apparently there's still humanity outside. Yeah, now to push this button explodes. Don't give me an up to interpretation bullshit ending. I don't want that. I fucking swear. I fucking hate it. I hate this game. No, I'm never playing any of the other games. They can't even give you an ending. They're like, oh, we don't know what to write for the ending, so, just some interpretation. No. No. I don't think so. They showed up 20 times in the slideshow. It has to be accurate. Pascati, have a good night. Yeah, we're gonna end it here after the credits stop rolling. Have a good night. Thank you for coming by. Have a good sleep. Is the second? I imagine the second game has a similar ending. And it's just gonna make me frustrated. This is not satisfying at all. Like, not even a little bit. It's not like, you know, Persona, where it's like, ah, you saved the world, you did it, good job, buddy. Okay, go home now. This is just like, is the world dead? Is it not dead? Don't know! Oh hey, cool, look, Hina in her panties, haha, cool. Can I can't skip the credit. I have to check. I have to check. Why that CG? What CG? Oh my gosh, Shifumi, totally dead. Totally safe for work, yeah, completely. Wait, only one person translated? Wait, only one person did the game trailer? Hello? What do you mean? How is there 3 people for production support and 1? What do you mean? Makes sense. The ending. Okay, here we go. What? Only 3 programmers? Dude. This is kind of a small team, actually. It all makes sense now? Indie devs, yeah. I guess Danganronpa is an indie game, isn't it? Right? Or was it originally? I thought the rights to Danganronpa were owned by Atlas. I know you see Monokuma in Persona 5, but they don't say his name, so I wonder if that's a rights thing. I did. Oh, hey, Monokuma.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
What? Is Monokuma sentient? Kill it. Kill the sentient robot. Alright, cool. What is school mode?
Thrills, chills, kills!
What? That's a dating sim? Is this a dating sim? Yeah, it is? Oh my gosh. No. What extras we got? Artwork? Let's look at some artwork. I love looking at artwork. None of you. Get away from me. I want Celeste, actually. Oh yeah, I have enough. Alright. Looking like a cutie. She got rat hands. You can actually beat the game with everyone alive now? Wait, really? How do you do that? Oh, cool. Oh, is there a Celeste promo art? Wait, hold on. There you are. Look at her. Look at her. Beautiful. Start a new game, you play the Monokuma machine, you have a chance to get the remote that opens the door. Oh, really? That's hilarious. You're not the real Junko. Don't lie. Anyways. Oh, wait, what's school store? Oh, is this just a gacha? No. You know what? I'll put 1 coin in, sure, why not? Cool. I don't know what that is. Alright, let me out of here. Oh. Sure. Anyways. I want to go to the main title, and I want to listen to the sound... The other one, this one. It's the same. It's got like maracas now. And oh my gosh. Are these our friends? I actually do like it better. It is better. It kind of gives me tropical vibes, honestly. Who the fuck is this guy? Wait, it doesn't even do the bandana thing? Anyways. That's enough for... Oh boy! It's one... Who the fuck is this guy? Hold on. Who's this guy? What's going on with... What the heck? This guy fucking bionicle? Hello? What are these characters? Oh my gosh. Okay, well now I want to see all the characters in pixel form. What the fuck? Is this a chef? Is this a fucking chef? What is he wearing? Hello. We're gamer girl? Is there an e-girl? Is there an e-thought? Show me e-thought. Oh, is it? What the fuck? Why does she walk like that? Why is she doing that with her legs? What is wrong with her legs? Cringe? Oh, is that her titties hanging out? Is that titties I'm looking at right now? Pixelated titties? Oh, who's this? She's cute. She's kind of cute. I like the green eyes, you know? I want the gamer girl. Oh my gosh! This fucking bitch is an e-girl. Look at the stripes in her hair. Oh, we're back. That is a gamer girl for sure. To answer your question, not that it was really a question, heretic. I'm not sure if we're gonna do a raid because I don't normally do raids when it's this late because everybody's usually pretty tired. So, I don't normally do raids. I also can't stick around. We missed one? I don't think so. Oh well. You don't get to see the other character. I don't get to see it. You guys already know who it is. I don't get to see it, really. But you could raid the bat? I don't know if I want to do that, actually. I feel like there's something... Oh, hold on. I'm just changing my displays. Keep changes. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't like rating bigger streamers when you're a smaller streamer. It feels not right to me. Just my personal thoughts on that. However, that being said, if I was a bigger streamer, I would be okay with it. But that's like if I were to raid like Snuffy or something, you know? But the only person that I'm following that is streaming other than Bat is Batbug Doodles playing Noita right now. Chimkim. I think we will not do a raid because I think most everyone is going to bed. No, my sub to Ella expired, F. Except for the Aussies, aka Lucia. But Lucia's also at work, aren't you? Lucia, are you still at work? I feel like you've been here for a long time. Shouldn't you be working? Anyways, oh, you're missing two? I guess I'll just have to see them when I play the game. You? Yeah, you, Lucia. Aren't you at work? That one, this one, you. So yeah, no stream tomorrow. It's Canadian Thanksgiving, so no stream. Stream Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh. Lucy, I didn't read it. Okay, I was looking at all the pixel people. Okay, well, it's Thanksgiving. What do you mean? What do you mean that was today, Farah? Thanksgiving Day is on Monday. What do you mean? Thanksgiving Day is always on a Monday. Heretic, don't gaslight me. You got the day wrong, not me. It's on Monday. Please! That's why I have reading week this week. It is technically Monday now. Correct. So technically it is Thanksgiving. So no stream today, I guess. Tuesday, Wednesday will be a stream. I think Maddie wants me to play Resident Evil, so I might do that. I drank my eggnog early. Oops. What the fuck do Canadians have to be thankful for? Not being American. Aha! Dab! I just dabbed, you couldn't see it. Looks like you'll have to do it again. You can come over to my house. No, Maddie wants to play Fortnite. No! No! Oh my god. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play Resident Evil this week because Madness wants me to play it, but I still have to figure out times and everything. I also need to BRB walking to random Bat's house. Ew, an invitation. What do you mean? You guys don't want to eat turkey with me? What the fuck? I'm just to figure that my shit out and post my schedule for next week. I probably won't be streaming Saturday, I think, because I originally had we were kind of planning a collab, but I don't think we followed through with it, so probably won't be streaming Saturday because I'll be dead inside. And I won't be streaming Sunday as well because I go back to class early on Monday. So I'll be back to the usual schedule after the 24-hour stream, which is the 3 days a week. But my turkey is dry. Joke's on you. I don't cook it. My mom does. You calling my mom's turkey dry? You take that back right now. Mom, come pick me up. You have to walk here. I'm sorry. Just grow wings. The Dono-thon's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm posting the schedule tomorrow, as long as the donation goals again, on Twitter and also on the Discord. Mom! Anyways, I gotta go to bed. It's 1 a.m. How did that happen? I don't know, but I'm tired. Yo, gamer girl needs to get some gamer sleep. I hope you all have a lovely day. If this is how tired I get at 1 a.m., imagine 7 a.m. Oh boy. I hope you guys have a lovely day, night, afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it is where you are. I'm gonna get some gamer sleep. Hope that game doesn't give you nightmares. No, how about I have dreams about you, heretic? You eating turkey on the wrong day. Snooze, can we ban Junko? Okay. For shit ending? Yeah, we can. We'll all snuggle together. Okay, I'm going to go to bed now. Why would you dream of this? Because it's funny. You thought I was wrong. It was you. Okay, we banned Junko, that's good, but also unbanned Junko. I'm gonna have dreams of Maddie in my arms. You should tell them to that. You should propose marriage after you get a victory royale in Fortnite. Anyways. Night-night. Love you. Bye. Mwah, mwah. Have a good night, everybody. Why do you guys have little trains next to your name like we have a hype train? There's no hype train, and there's no hype train this entire stream. That doesn't make any sense. Why do you guys have little trains? It says current hype train and conductor. What? What is happening? I need to go to bed. Choo choo.